Welcome to Aqualuna 73, a realm where intuition moves like water and the moon remembers every journey. Here the eyes of the soul open gently, catching whispers from the deep wells of time, shaped by ancient forces, from the quiet power of Ra to the bold spark of Rik, guiding us through the unseen. In this space, the cup's tarot flows with quiet wisdom, while quantum sparks rise from the black well of possibility. The zodiac hums softly, minnow small yet universe-wide, reminding us that even the smallest ripple in the pond can change everything. Some messages drift in like secret tides, echoing the mystery that readers have long explored, even in the hidden corners of Secret Tarot. This channel is a sanctuary for seekers, queens, wanderers, and those drawn to tarot readings that feel like conversations with destiny. Some messages arrive like secret tides, others like ancient hymns, all meant to guide you through each season of becoming. Here at Aqualuna 73, your spirit speaks and the cards answer. Please step through. Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel, Aqualuna 73. We're going to do a Vedic Tarot moon reading for the sign of Taurus, and then the last reading is going to be Scorpio moon. Like I indicated to the previous signs, okay, if your sun sign, which is the sign you're born under, is Taurus, your moon sign is not, okay, it's going to be different. You need to go get your birth chart calculated in order to basically see where your rising and ascendant is, and moon sign, etc., north node, and so forth. So let's continue. You might find it helpful or not. It still might resonate if you're a Taurus or not. It doesn't matter. You might not even be a Taurus moon. Okay. So we're going to see what energies are at play for you. I'm talking very softly because everybody's already sleeping. It's winter. Everybody goes to bed very early because it's cold. Anyway, what lessons and messages do you have for my Taurus moon collective? Oh, I forgot about my glasses, my extra pair of glasses there. Give me another 3 cards. We're going to see. Okay, this card is not supposed to be in here. I'm going to see what energies are at play for you for this reading, Taurus moon. We're going to, seeing that May is already ending, we're going to concentrate on what energies are at play for you during June 2026. The cosmic architecture of June 2026 for you, Taurus moon. Just hold on a second. I'm not sure what oracle card. I want to see if I can find another oracle deck here. I think I should. I'll take this one. Something tells me, oh my guides are telling me, okay, I need to take another deck. So your first card is the Knight of Cups, your second card is the Page of Wands, and then you have the Five of Cups. There's something really profound. I want to say something. I don't know if it's an inner shift. Okay, Taurus moon. Like I said, the cosmic architecture of June 2026. It's not like, it's not a collection of coordinates, okay, of shifting coordinates. I see this cup here. It's not, the cup contains something, okay. And this is why this collection is coming to mind, a collection. It's not a collection of coordinates. It's something more profound. Something psychologically profound. A reclamation of something. Okay. It's almost like you, Taurus moon. You've been walking through a quiet winter landscape. Yeah. This man, this page, and this Five of Cups makes me think of you walking through a winter landscape. You have been walking through very quietly through this winter landscape. Like I said in the previous reading, Saturn is in Pisces. And Saturn is almost like having this heavy, scrutinizing energy. Okay. This is the card that fell out. House, home, family, warmth, security, privacy, comfort. It's almost like whatever the Saturn energy is scrutinizing, it's almost like your professional life. I see here with this Page of Wands. Wands is a very fiery energy. I always associate Wands energy with business or entrepreneurship and passion energies like creativity and so forth. But this energy, the scrutinizing gaze of Saturn, it felt like your professional life felt like some type of mountain, okay, that you were climbing in silence, working twice as hard, carrying a weight, carrying the weight of unexpected ambitions, and basically you learning, okay, you were learning the brutal art of patience. This is what I pick up here. You coming to this realization that this art of patience, it's not something, I think it's, I wouldn't say it's a skill. Well, it is a skill, you hone it over time, this patience, okay. But it's something that you have to be very, I want to say artistic about. It is an art, in my opinion. But it's also a brutal art, okay. And basically, it's like the silence is breaking, okay. The silence is breaking. It says here, garden, public network, group, audience, fame, outdoors. Basically, this is what's happening. Okay, this reading is about how the silence is breaking. The sun is in Taurus until the 15th of June. Okay, so this new month, it's going to be a very warm and radiant energy. This is what I pick up with this garden. Okay. These are very two warm and radiant energies, garden and home. The sun has stepped directly into your first house, Taurus moon. This is basically the sacred chamber of your identity, your physical body, and your presence in this world, how you are seen and how you present yourself. So basically, these regards are the first 2 weeks of June. You're basically feeling a very undeniable shift. It's an undeniable inner shift, okay? This year you will see this man has a cloak. But this cloak that you're wearing, or were, the cloak that you were wearing for the past few years, it was invisible. And it's basically slowly like deteriorating. It's almost like if this cloak is deteriorating, you are being noticed, or you're going to be noticed, okay? That basically you enter a room and your presence is commanding. And the reason for that is this shift, is this change, okay? People that knew you are going to look at you differently. Not only because of what you say, but the whole essence, okay, your energetic field. Okay, there's some type of expansion that happened, or that is going to happen. And it's basically almost like magnetism, something that you basically drawing people to you, okay? Like raw magnetism. Okay, I'm going to see it. A woman. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, it says woman, wife, questioner, herself, female, coherent, and female femininity. I strongly get the feeling that I'm picking up a Taurus female. And Taurus is also represented by Venus, okay, which is also uh, a very feminine energy, sorry, I'm just adjusting myself sitting in the chair. It's a very feminine energy, a very sensual energy, okay? Those doubts, there were doubts that Saturn whispered in your ear, okay? There were doubts that Saturn whispered in your ear. Those doubts that Saturn whispered is your past, okay? And I'm going to make an example. Say, for instance, you were bullied in school as a child, and you basically grow up. There's something that changes you internally when something like this happens. You grow up with this sense of that you're different, okay, because it was instilled in you from a very young age that you didn't fit in anyway. So this changes you as an individual, and basically this doubt that Saturn placed in you, that Saturn whispered in your ear. These doubts were, let me see here, this is basically self-judgment. You're judging yourself, and basically the Saturn energy is questioning, you questioning yourself. Okay, you're asking yourself, am I ready for change? Am I enough? Okay, but the strength energy is also associated with Leo energy, which is fire signs, and it's almost like this doubt is going to be burned, okay, scorched. It's like a very strong solar energy, and it's scorching it, the sun that's being in your first house directly, okay. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Wow, I was just talking about the sun, and here you got the card. It's like the universe is telling you, you're enough. You are here to take up space. The universe is asking you to look at your own reflection and to remember exactly who you are before the world told you who you should be, or told you to be quiet. Jupiter is also entering Cancer on the 2nd of June. And basically what this means for you, Taurus moon, is that it's a cosmic tide that's going to turn. This cosmic tide turns completely. Okay. Jupiter, which is also the great benevolent energy. Sagittarius, also represented by Sagittarius, is also a giant energy of wisdom and luck and divine grace. Okay. And basically it's going to cross your threshold. It's basically going to cross the threshold into your third house. And in Vedic astrology, Jupiter is the guru, okay? The teacher who brings light to the darkest corners of whatever human experience you might have. I'm going to draw another oracle card quickly. Okay. The Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. Okay, Jupiter enters Cancer. It's a sign where the energy is expansive, compassionate. It's and it's exalted and heightened. And basically, it's something that's going to strike a deep chord within you. Okay, in your 11th house of highest ambitions and financial gains. It's almost like, I don't know, so of some of you, if you are artistically inclined, it's almost like you're at writer's block. And basically, it's going to be lifted. Okay, it's like an internal shutdown that you had. I don't know why why is Y2K coming to mind? I have no idea. Okay, it's like an internal shutdown. You've endured some type of internal shutdown. You've endured a collapse. But this internal shutdown that you've endured, there's some type of creative inspiration in this. Okay. It's almost like somebody that went through a depression period. You will always see a lot of artists. Sometimes when they write hit songs or somebody writes a book and the book becomes a bestseller or whatever, you will always see when they get interviewed about the specific song or about the book that they wrote. They will say, okay, I was in depression and I wrote this and I was going through that and this is why I got inspired. Okay, most of the time, people went through hell and back, basically. And this is what I'm talking about, this creative inspiration. It's almost like the universe is also telling you your weapon this month is your voice, Taurus moon. And the universe is also asking you not to sit on the sidelines and wait. You need to be brave, strength, pitch your ideas, write your manifesto, speak your truth, whatever that truth might be for you. Whatever these experiences that you might have, okay, that you might consider as disruptions, or these disruptions, let me rephrase myself, these disruptions, whatever that may be, it's like you see it as some type of tragedy, okay, with the shadow queen. Because this Jupiter energy carries a very intense transformative shadow of the 8th house for your Taurus. The first week of June might bring like a sudden shock, a project abruptly ending, a sudden shift in your corporate hierarchy, or some type of door that's closing, okay? The universe is basically asking you not to mourn this, because this is part of a rebirth, okay? It's almost like, I've spoken about this many times, okay? Like a mother giving birth, it's a very chaotic experience, but also very, this huge blessing, okay? And relief afterwards, okay? It's basically what I'm picking up here. It's almost like the universe is shaking you up out of some type of stagnant, stale energy that you were in. Maybe comfortable routines, a comfort zone, okay? It's shaking you up, kicking up dust, because it's almost like the universe is encouraging you to aim higher. It's clearing something so that you can build something more enduring and something more true, okay? The Hawk Prince, I'm going to choose another card, and the Queen of the Light. The Hawk Prince is spirit communication, paying attention, and the Queen of the Light, illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. Mars is entering Taurus on the 21st of June. Okay. By mid-month, Taurus moon, and this is what I pick up. I'm going to draw another oracle card. By mid-month, your emotional landscape is going to deepen. I get this here with the spirit communication, paying attention into something more passionate and visceral in your relationships. Basically, a lot of superficiality is going to fade away, okay, or melt away. You're basically in an energy. I don't know why I'm getting this download. I was like downloading one of my videos and there was this, I can't even remember which channel it was, but it was a guy, and basically he was speaking about what a man wants, these three specific things that a man wants in a woman. Okay. And seeing, like I said now, what I'm seeing for you is, it's almost like I said, your emotional landscape is going to deepen. It's going to be more passionate and visceral in your relationship. You are not going to be up for superficial conversations, okay? You have this profound longing for more emotional security in relationships. And what I mean with this is, if you're either man or female, you want to feel safe with the individual, to be yourself. And in this video, it says respect, feeling safe with a person. And I don't know what the third one is, I can't remember. But I basically think, and it made me think, okay, so basically women want the same thing, okay? They want the same thing. Anyway, Venus is also preparing herself for retrograde. There might be old ghosts knocking at your door. Long, bold vulnerabilities will surface, okay, in maybe current relationships. With this card, the universe wants to bring light to this, because it's not here to punish you, but to ask you to be brave enough to be truly known, okay? This means when you're in a couple relationships, be honest, have open conversations, late night conversations, okay? You need to talk to each other every day. And basically for this is what I pick up for single individuals. You're going to be very magnetic and draw connections to fit that to you're going to draw connections to you, okay? These types of connections are going to feel like old ancient soulmate connections, because these people are going to deeply mirror you or mirror each other. So you're basically going to see yourself in individuals. On the 21st of June, Mars, which is the planet of fire and war and untamed drive, it's going to charge directly into your sign, joining your first house. So basically it's like, this is what I pick, like a tequila shot of adrenaline. Your physical body surges, okay? This is like a restless energy. This is what I pick up. I'm going to draw another few cards. What do you want my Taurus collective to know? What blessings and messages do you have, my Taurus collective, for this moon reading? Vedic astrology moon reading for my Taurus collective. You're basically going to be here with the Strength card and the Sun card also. This restless energy, okay? You are going to be possessed by this restless energy, a fierce energy. You're very unapologetic, okay? There you have the Star card. It's like unapologetic hunger to execute plans, okay? You are known as a very slow, methodical energy that works hard and that's patient. But it's going to be replaced with something more like that feels like urgent, okay? It's basically, I wouldn't say it's an urgency, it's more like a pace that's going to be, the pace is going to pick up. It's going to be replaced by a swift burning determination, like a warrior energy, okay? I just want to drink some water, guys, just hold on. Okay, center stage is coming to mind. Main character energy is coming to mind with a Star card, okay? You basically, yeah, with this 8 of Cups, guarding your energy, walking away. Your energy mean your sanctuary, okay? Your inner sanctuary. Basically, this intense energy that you're feeling or going to feel in June, it's almost like the universe is asking you, will you be able to survive your own intensity? Okay, because usually when we are really intense and full of passion, we also very impulsive. And impulsiveness leads to impatience, sharp words, okay, maybe physical burnout or depression. So you need to look out for this, okay? In order for you to survive this beautiful, passionate awakening that you're having, you must anchor yourself, okay? You will see here the Star card. In my opinion, she's very anchored. She pours water here and here on the earth, which speaks about balance, okay? The world wants, the universe wants you to not allow the rush of the world to consume you. You need to remain steady, immovable, centered in the storm, okay? You need to step into your light with the Star card, because I strongly feel there is, I don't know exactly what this is for you, okay? This is a huge energy for you, Taurus. Let's see. I feel, yeah, with this card, it's almost like the universe wants to use you for something. I don't know what exactly, okay? Some type of purpose. The Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. I have no idea what this is, okay? I think basically the universe just doesn't want you to step into your ego with this card, because some things are going to be very clear. You're going to be very, there's going to be clarity about something. And when you clear about something. You gain wisdom, and you have more information, because there is this knowledge card also. Where is this knowledge card? I got the knowledge here. Okay. And when you have knowledge and you know more than other people, sometimes it can go along with arrogance, okay, which can put you in this ice queen energy where you're entitled and you basically know it all, and stuff like that. There's no humility there. Okay, so you need to not be in this energy, be aware of this. But the universe also, I feel strongly here, you need to step into your light here. But the universe wants to use you, and you are a vessel basically. But this is not something that the universe wants you to feel you're forced. I strongly get the feeling that some of you are being pulled to on some type of purpose. Okay, I have no idea what type of purpose. I don't know if I'm going to do an extended for this. I have no idea, but anyway, this is it, guys. I will see if I will do an extended with this, but I don't think it will be necessary. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching, and to everyone who watches my content and subscribes and so forth. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. Bye.